Oh, there's the exit.
We're finally there.
Back in the Ost district. Huh. Hey, isn't this? Oh. We seem to have emerged in the Ost district. Machias' home is here if I'm not mistaken. Wow, I had no idea the underground passage went all the way from the port to here. That network of tunnels beneath the city really does seem to cover a vast area. It's like something out of a spy novel. I'll say. Maybe it's a sign. Was that... that must be the chime to mark the noon hour. Yeah, that's the Heimdall Cathedral's bell. The cathedral itself is pretty far away, but over in the Sankt district, but you can hear it pretty clearly even here. Well, maybe it's about time we found something to eat. How about we order to go from one of the local shops? And we don't really have much, but I'd be happy to at least treat you to coffee at our house. What? You mean... Machias? You're inviting us into your home. Oh. They decided to grab some fish and chips to go from a nearby pub. With a meal in hand, they headed to Machias' house to enjoy lunch with a good cup of coffee. Horrible coffee maker. Yo, fish and chips. And a hot dog. Oh my god, dude. The quality of the models. again, I know that like Kosti was like rather old and stuff, but like, oh my god. This is like something I would see in like a PS2 game. A very early PS2 game. So this is the capital's famous fish and chips. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just looks like oversized chicken nuggets. This is reminiscent of Renoa calling Squall you're the coolest or greatest looking guy around as a PS1 game. And then you zoom in on his super pixelated face, and it's like, yeah, I think you're the best looking one here. Ah yes, the famous fish and chips. Ah. Although granted, if you like emulate Final Fantasy VIII and upscale the resolution, it actually looks pretty good. Like Squall's model. It's just that because of PlayStation 1 performance and hardware, it gets all mangled up when you have to really scale it down. But upscale though, actually looks pretty decent. I was expecting it to be delicious, but even still, I'm impressed. Yeah, that pub's supposed to be pretty well known for their fish and chips. I'll admit it tastes good, but at the end of the day, it's still greasy comfort food. Better eat it while it's hot. It tastes disgusting if you let it cool off. Probably still better than wartime rations though. What food isn't? This coffee seems pretty high class though. It's got a nice rich fragrance. Do you buy your own beans and grind them at home? Yeah, it's like my father went out and stocked up not too long ago. Now and again he gets a chance to take some time away from his duties and come relax back here. He sees his coffee as a small island of luxury in his hectic daily life, I think. That does sound like something I could see Governor Regnant say. He seems like quite a respectable man to me. You hardly imagine a home like this belonging to an important official like the Imperial Governor. It's tiny. You know, it wouldn't hurt to be a little bit less blunt. No worries. As I said, my father and I are commoners through and through. He might be a top official, but neither of us really saw that as a reason to change our whole lifestyle. Besides, it's not as though we don't have some attachment to this house. Oh, right. It does seem like a comfy place to live in, though. Really cozy and relaxing.
Ooh, there's a photo.
Oh, now it's voiced.
Oh, that.
Michi, get out of the way.
Aww, look at cute little Machias there.
He looks like he had such a sweet disposition.
But look at him now. Oh, Machias' mom looks pretty cute, though. Wow. And goddamn, she's like pretty short compared to Machias' dad, or yeah.
Yeah, before he grew up to be a stubborn old nag.
Stop nitpicking people's old family photos! Honestly.
The governor looks the same as ever, though. Is that woman next to him your older sister or something?
Close enough. She was a cousin on my
Oh,
father's side of
cousin.
the family.
Well,
Since she lived quite close, she often came to visit. Our family was just my father and I, so having her around was a big help.
The way you speak about her seems to imply you no longer see her. Did she get married and move away?
ooh.
She died. Around 6 years ago.
6 years ago. That's still
Oh.
recent. It still always takes me back a bit because of like how the scenes are animated, that everyone simultaneously turns their heads at the exact same time. I'm sorry, it always looks a little bit funny.
I see. And that has something to do with why you hate the nobility, right?
Putting two and two together.
So...
I never really planned on telling anyone about this. But considering all we've been through, I suppose it's time I told you a little more about me. It's a long story, but would you hear me out?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Glad to.
Thanks. Sis was 9 years my senior. Beautiful, kind. To me, she was in every sense the ideal woman. Now, as I said earlier, we're a family of commoners through and through, but my father proved to be a very capable government official. And eventually, he was promoted to an important government position, where he started to make a name for himself. Honesty and integrity are a core part of his work ethic. So, of course, he made his fair share of enemies. But after seeing success in a number of major projects, he gained a reputation both inside and outside the government. My mother died when I was still young, but Sis happened to live around here and ended up helping us in more ways than I can count.
Ah.
Since she was his niece, my father always made a fuss over her. And even though she didn't live in the same house, she was like a real sister to me, and a real daughter to my father.
Ah.
I was always so proud of her. As a child, she was practically my idol. And as you'd expect, she had countless admirers among the men of the city. But for all her popularity, she was always level-headed and sensible. So I never felt I had anything to worry about. Until he appeared.
Huh?
He was one of my father's subordinates at City Hall.
Oh.
Though unlike him, he was a noble by birth. A man of high rank, too. The heir of a count. However, he had none of the arrogance or haughtiness one usually associates with the nobility. When I met him myself, he came across as an honest and loyal man.
Oh.
He met Sis when
It was
Dad
just a
introduced him
front.
to her one day. And eventually, the two of them fell in love and began a relationship, despite the difference in their social status.
Huh?
As a child, I was frustrated beyond words, but even I had to admit that the two of them made a good couple.
I feel like there's like a butt coming in soon.
And Sis seemed
Well,
so
another
happy
one.
when she was with him that I had no choice but to let it go and accept their relationship. Time went on and they became engaged, with Dad acting as the go-between.
Okay.
And that's when everything started to fall apart.
Fall apart.
His family couldn't have been more blatant in their attempts to undermine the relationship.
Oh.
Apparently, one of the four great houses, House Cayenne, proposed an arranged marriage on short notice. And the Count's family were up in arms at the thought he might choose to take a mere commoner as his wife.
Oh, that's even more fucked up.
Since my father held an important post, they were limited in how shamelessly they could try to sabotage the marriage. But they began to harass and threaten her in secret every way they could think of. They made her life a living hell. Maybe she didn't want to cause trouble for the man she loved, or perhaps she did it out of consideration for my father.
Did it lead to suicide? Or running away?
But all that time, she chose to endure it
Oh,
alone.
no, but she died, though.
She never discussed it
So
or asked
then-
for help.
So
And
that must
finally,
mean...
it became so crushing that she took her own life.
Ah.
It was only afterward that my father and I learned what had really happened. It seems that at the very last, he had chosen to betray her love for him. But I told her, he said. I told her I'd treasure her as my mistress instead if she'd just accept that we couldn't be married.
Oh. So that guy just went through with the arranged marriage anyway without fighting back. Or gave up. Which was the final straw that pushed her to suicide. Oh.
I just don't understand it. Why would she take her own life?
Oh.
After that, my father seemed to redouble his efforts. It was like watching a machine kick into high gear. With the help of his ally, Chancellor Osborne, he was able to wrest control of City Hall from the noble faction. Then, 4 years ago, he was appointed to his current position as governor of Heimdall. And that's how the Regnitz family came to be where it is.
I don't even know what to say.
So that's why you started hating nobles?
Yeah. I was so furious at Sis's death. My hatred needed to be directed at someone. Anyone. First I blamed her fiancé, then his family, then the family of the Duke who tried to intervene. In the end, I just hated the nobility as a whole. The people, their culture, the entire idea of social classes. I desperately wanted the strength to win against them. To show how right I was. How wrong they were. But deep down, I knew the truth about my hate. I knew I was taking out my anger on people who didn't deserve it. People who had done nothing wrong.
You did?
They may be from different social classes, but people are still individuals. Sis's fiancé was faithful to her. He just wasn't strong enough to shield her from all that ugliness, despite his love. And the Count and his family were only acting in their best interests, which is to be expected, really.
Yeah, and in their perspective in noble society, if the heir of a count were to marry a commoner, I mean, just look at what Prince Oliver or Olivier had to endure being a bastard child, basically. I mean, despite where he is right now, with all the major things he's done across the previous Trails games, he was pretty much like just drew the ire of all the nobles and other people just simply because of his lineage and stuff. So, in one way, fair enough, but I mean, it's an ugly situation that no one can really get out of, honestly. If the Count's family never went through with the arranged marriage, they can probably draw hatred from other noble families and kind of see their own family falling to ruin in some dramatic, tragic way. Or we have what happened with Machias' cousin, and, well, we just heard the whole story there.
Ultimately, I've had to acknowledge that not all commoners are good people, and not all nobles are unworthy of respect. Eustace might not have done much to change my opinion.
Okay. You just had to fit that in, Machias.
But getting to know you two, showed me that there are nobles who live up to that name.
Machias.
I have no idea how my father feels about all of this, but this is how I've come to feel.
I see. You have my thanks.
I'm glad you felt you could talk to us about it.
Still, I don't think it hurt to be a bit more honest with yourself.
I see that smug phase.
If you're willing to admit all of that, maybe you can find it in you to be friends with Eustace too.
Are you kidding me?
After all that, Machias.
I might accept that not all nobles are bad, but that arrogant, self-centered fool can go choke on a palm. Always mocking me for spending so much time studying, or telling me I need to get out more, or...
He's just looking out for you.
I don't think he goes quite that far. Besides, I don't think he does it on purpose. He doesn't mean any harm.
That's the most irritating part! He does it without thinking!
It's just just natural.
Well, that was a good coffee break, wouldn't you say?
Now the fish and chips are cold. Machias can now use the S-Craft Ultimate Shot. Ooh. Well, lunchtime is over. It must be almost time for the summer festival decorations to start going up. Huh. I would have thought that preparations for that would have started way before now. Is the summer festival not that big a deal in the capital? It depends on who you ask, I guess. I've always just thought of it as one of those small yearly traditions. In my hometown, the summer festival is a major event with extensive preparations. Perhaps those places where the ancient animistic traditions survive put more effort into celebrating the festival. It's a random ailment S-Craft. Oh, is it not that good? Okay, I need to look at the details on that. Animism does seem to have mostly vanished here. Not as much as in a row or a crossbow, though. Oh. Well, I suppose it's hard to think of it as a seasonal festival in the capital when it's celebrated a month late to begin with. I think most just see it as an opportunity to catch a glimpse of the Imperial family. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, that makes sense. Huh? Is that your Arcus ringing? What's it doing ringing out here? I still can't believe how big it is when you try to hold it up to your ear. This is Class 7, Group A. Rean Schwarzer speaking. Hello there, Rean. This is Carl Regnitz. Governor Regnitz? But Dad? I'm not thinking, but he did say that we'd be able to use our Arcus's communication functionality in the city, didn't he? You're Group A's representative, so I figured it'd be best to call you. Is now a good time? Yes, now is totally fine. We actually just left your home. Machias invited us in for coffee. Did he now? I had a favorite specialty store roast those beans just the way I like them. It was top-notch brew, all right. With all that's been going on, it was nice to just sit down and enjoy a good cup of coffee. Well, I'm glad you're able to spend some quality time together. Anyway, getting to the point, I'm calling because we have a bit of a problem on our hands. That being the case, I'd like Group A to take care of one additional task for me. An extra task? We can do that, sure, but what exactly is it that you'd like us to do? There appears to have been a burglary at a jeweler's in the Garnier district. Phantom Thief B. He's back. He's been back, masquerading as totally legitimate, normal, noble person B. As if it wasn't more obvious. But that's not all. The culprit seems to have left a message addressed to you. A what? Your confusion is understandable. However, the jeweler submitted a report of the burglary to City Hall a short while ago. Normally I leave this to the proper authorities, but would you be willing to go and see if there's anything you can do? Of course, sir. We'll head over to the Garnier district at once. Alright then, I leave this matter in your hands. What was that all about? Whatever it was, you seemed perplexed. Well, wait till you hear this. Rean explained the particulars of Governor Regnus' additional task to the group. So a jewelry boutique was burglarized and the culprit left a message addressed to us. Weird. Though, thinking about it, this all sounds kind of familiar. Yeah, now that you mention it, I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu as well. So, it would have been helpful if my father could have furnished a few more details. Well, it's already past noon. Let's head on over to the Garnier district and find out what happened. Rean and the others of Group A paid a short visit to Heimdall Port to report the monster's extermination. After doing so, they boarded the tram to Garnier district. Hey, you material. Let's see, burglary at the jewelers. It seems a burglary has taken place at the jewelers in the Garnier district called St. Corey's. We should head over and find out what happened as soon as possible. So wait, can we leave or? Oh, we can. But do we want to go over straight away though? Let me see. Is it? He's been rather popular ever since his famous return to Erebonian Liberal's air sale, hasn't he? I must have heard much of about his recent active involvement in official affairs. Prince Oliver's been taking part in events like these much more often of late. It's a pleasant change, to be honest. They call him the debaucherous prince, but he's truly a fascinating man. Wait, is this the same thing? Wait, if this truly is the same thing, then we can go to Dracos Plaza and check up on our local goofballs. Traveling pair of goofballs. Okay, so I don't think there's anything... Yeah, okay, so I don't think there's anything different here. As far as I know. Yeah. I don't think there's anything different here. But I still feel paranoid. Go check back at the port. So I'm just gonna like skim over everything. That seems the same to me. Hour and a half. Good work. Thanks for taking care of that monster. This guy still doesn't care about us. So the girl's still talking about... Oh! Okay, so some people did shift around. Because before they were down there talking about who their favorite celebrities were. Now they're talking about the Imperial Chronicle stuff. Oh yeah, your sister's the receptionist at the Imperial Chronicle, isn't she? No wonder she's so busy. Your mom and dad both work too, don't they? Let's go see the summer festival together. Yeah. I can't wait to check out all the food stalls, but I might end up eating way too much like I did last year. I'm really looking forward to this year's parade. My sister told me that Princess Elfin will be taking part, so we've gotta go. Oh, wait, something going on here? Huh. I don't know what those fools from HMP are saying, but it's our duty to maintain security here, and so we shall. They can simply watch and learn. The garden party is a noble gathering that even members of the Imperial family take part in. Do they truly expect us to accept the help of abject nobodies for an event like this? Huh. Their struggle to understand such a simple concept boggles the mind. The HMP already stated their desire to handle security around here, so I'm afraid there's not much point in even talking to me. Oh. Security detail drama. Oh boy, the Imperial Guardsmen are at it again. They're all nobles, so they really don't play nice with the HMP. Alright, we're gonna need to conduct a thorough inspection of the inside. There's always a chance that someone might have snuck in. Oh, you're interrogating the couple? Can't stand lipstick couples. Just listening to those two is infuriating. Excuse me, is there a reason you want us to leave? Robert, save me from this terrible, from these? Terrible person? Translators, please. Whoa there, you might want to step away from my Lena. Huh, there's a garden party tomorrow? I'm not sure I follow. I guess they're completely oblivious to, the social events going around the city. Oh crap, I forgot they were closing this place off this afternoon. The Imperial Guardsman gave me a real earful for that. Do you want something? I gotta get moving nowish, so get in your order quick. Do we head in? Hey, we can apparently. Ah crap, I don't think we got enough decorations. Oh, I'm going to need to get them to send over more as soon as possible.
There's so many butterflies.
It really gives the place an exotic touch, huh?
The Imperial Guardsmen and the military police ended up arguing over security arrangements every year. They both got too much pride on the line, which ends up making it nearly impossible for them to agree on anything. I wish they'd spare a thought for us. We're the ones who end up inconvenienced by the drama every year. Huh. A few of us civil servants are responsible for actually running the garden party. With the number of guests, it sounds like it'll be non-stop work, but even still, I hope I can work the event. After all, that means a chance to see Princess Alphen up close. Oh, Grandpa's tired? Oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, my hip. Grandpa, are you okay? This is why I told you to take it easy. I swear, you're gonna sprain some muscle you haven't used in 30 years. Some muscle you haven't used for 30 years. Okay. But, I mean, let me check over Drago's Plaza one more time. Who even cares? How they go somewhere else? Okay, so this place is still the same. Actually, is it like the same if we go over to these guys? Okay, so it's just a standard turn back. Okay. So, Ost District, we haven't actually covered this. I'm proud of Carl, but sometimes I worry that he's overworking himself. Doesn't help that he barely ever gets the chance to even go home. And this way, he's gonna end up hurting himself. Very important dialogue. Aww. I was gonna give Nana some food, but she doesn't seem hungry. Maybe she already went out and got some. She's such a strong kitty. I'm planning on taking some fish along as an offering to for Mr. Tiddles. I'm not sure how best to go about it. Should I offer him just the head like they do in the East, or give him the whole darn thing? Aw. In the East, they only give the head? Don't they only do that for celebratory events? Well, a cat probably wouldn't mind. I doubt there's anything up here, but let me check. Nope. Alright, KMG. I slept. As great as Governor Regnitz is, you can't forget about all that work for blah 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 blah. I accidentally skipped over that. If it weren't for Chancellor Osborne, we'd have to live with a government full of corrupt nobles. Those still really have changed the atmosphere in this city. Well, aside from this place at least, Ost's the same as ever. So, how'd you like your lunch? Shall we someone who claims to have done, who claims to have had a better fish and chips, and I'll show you a liar. They just redefined the word delicious. Honestly, I'd eat another plate of those right now. Now that's what I like to hear. Well then, let me give you the recipe if you like those. I fucking knew it! Are you sure you should be giving out the recipe for your signature dish? No problem. Nothing beats freshly made fish and chips. And you kids wouldn't be able to get them if you weren't here. Sounds like Machias told you everything there is to know about his family history. Keep looking out for him now, would you? How'd you realize that? You also think I would have noticed when you came along to get food with that glum look on your face? You got that from your dad. I have to admit, never expected Machias would talk to you guys about that. Huh, it must all be really important to him. Aww. Alright, let's get cooking. And I can't cook it because no salt. No salt. Huh. What about Machias would have been good at this? Alright, we'll go get rock salt later. Very important. Okay. Me and Patiri just got some grub, but then she told me to head back first because she had something to do. I took a peek at what she was doing though, and it turns out she was giving her leftovers to some cat. Huh, that's Patiri for you, a delinquent with a sense of duty. Don't bring up cats around her though, or she'll get really mad. Oh, that explains the thing with No-No. I keep seeing you punks hanging around my town, so let me give you a little warning. That door north of the tram stop leads to an underground waterway, so you better not even think about getting near it. Cargo wandered in there once and it was a huge pain getting him out. There's monsters in there too, so you'd all cry like a bunch of babies if you got lost in there. You hear me? Don't even think about it. Okay. Anything in the Regnit's household? I'll be back, sis. Aww. Alright, there's like a chest set right here. Oh, it's all laid out like this too? I can't read that. Nothing else to gain in here. And anything from emeralds? It's always odd thinking about just how much of the class system controls someone's life from the moment they're born. I mean, I know that not all nobles are bad people, but that system makes no buts about them being above us. You get a lot of people who resent them because of that. Try to be careful out there. Under the class system, your future's written in stone from the day you're born. You get a lot of commoners who aren't too happy about that, so try to be careful out there. Yeah. I wonder if they'll... Oh, hey. Why do I have to handle the deliveries to us today? Now, not only am I working my ass off, I'm technically slacking. I'm gonna be dead meat when I get back. We're out decorating the place ourselves. Heh, it's pretty fun. Wanna help us out? A bit to your right, Johnny. I need your help over here too, Johnny, like right now. I know, don't rush me. I still got some deliveries left to do. Let me go already. Poor guy. Him and I are both from mine, yeah. So the summer festival is a special treat, and we'd like to celebrate properly. Jim even managed to get some time off work so we can spend the festival together. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Oh yeah, I didn't look at the S-craft. What's the description? A bullet of unimaginable power, random abnormal status. You know, if you're gonna do something like that, you would expect like 2 or 3 random ailments or something. Or apply most of the common ailments and then like have a debuff check at like with each one that gets applied. So you can theoretically have like seal, burn, ice, faint, blind, did I say that already? Etc, etc, because that would make it much more stronger and very viable to use. Like, maybe not like the more niche ailments, like let's say like nightmare, vanish, so on and so forth, but you know, the more common stuff. That would have been nice. But yeah, it doesn't sound too amazing to me. Okay, let's go back to Alta Street. You definitely get into the summer mood once all the decorations start going up. There are plenty of people who take the first day of the festival off work too. The city really starts bustling because of that. You'd think Dad's old age would prevent him from getting this excited for the festival, but I'm really glad he's helping, but he's so demanding too. We can't let the other parts of town show us up this year. Alto Street's gonna have the best decorations this year, and that's a fact. Quit dilly-dallying and accidentally skip that, whoops. Anything in the guild branch by any chance? Any sparklies? No? I mean, I doubt there'd be like a random thing to collect over here. Oh man, my scoop senses are tingling. Something's going down somewhere. It's the day before the summer festival too, so there has to be something going down. Okay, buddy. Do you happen to have anything, by the way? No. That concert Ronson is over at the big opera house, isn't it? I want to play the piano there someday. Maybe I'll ask Fiona for some more lessons. Oh no, I thought we had ages until the summer festival, but it starts tomorrow. I haven't bought any gifts for the neighbors, and I don't have any food ready. Is it even possible for me to get ready in time? Good luck. Alright, now for the cafe. The HMP is beefing up security around the city for the festival. The thing is though, the HMP really doesn't get along with the Imperial Guardsmen over at Volflame Palace. It's basically because the Imperial Guardsmen are mostly nobles. They know each other just by existing. I ended up asking Fiona what she thought we should do for our special dish for this year's festival. She came up with something in like a second, and even said she'd make a sample for me. It's great to have such a reliable best friend. Now I can focus on promoting our special dish while Fiona makes it. Every year, this gets more and more fun. Fiona's made quite the name for herself as a piano instructor. She's so good, in fact, that nobles regularly invite her to their mansions just so she can teach them. I do worry she's working a little too hard lately, though. I hope she'll take the summer festival as a chance to unwind a little. I was in the mood for a nice sit earlier, so I went to Maida Park. Turns out that the Imperial Guard is hanging around there, so I couldn't really relax. They're probably stationed there since Princess Alphin's attending the garden party. This street was a good find if I say so myself. Not as noisy as Vancouver Street, but the stores are just as good. I heard a really nostalgic tune called Amber Amour in the cafe I went to for lunch. We heard it about everywhere 10 years ago. I loved it back then. Hearing it again really brought back memories. Aww. What are you making? I'm making some new sweets. She seems rather pleased. She's always loved making sweets. That Agnes. Sometimes I think getting in over her head is a way of life for her. Not that I really mind this time though. Agnes. No way that can be the same Sunshine Agnes, right? Okay, so I think Vancouver Street is pretty much the same. Yeah, so this is pretty much the same so far. I assume the Ogle Factory is just the same. Grandpa Generation doesn't look that modern, blah blah blah. Don't worry, we're almost there. Too bad I'm working tomorrow. I think this is about the same. Bifrost. Alright, Bond from Crossbell. Yeah, so this is pretty much the same. But just in case though, because I'm paranoid as all hell. Although I haven't been doing a good job of talking to NPCs twice, but I can't imagine some of these NPCs giving me something after the second dialogue. See, Imperial Chronicle, blah blah blah. Okay, hold on real quick. We need to do a little bit of cooking. Although maybe not that much. Actually, maybe a fair amount.
Hope this turns out okay. Oh, this looks pretty nice. This is my specialty.
Okay. This one's my specialty. It'll be good.
Fish nuggets.
I'll do what I can. That came out rather well.
Oh wait.
All right, I'll give it a try. Let's never speak of this again.
Although, hold on. Let me just make one more of each.
Okay.
Of at least the unique and peculiar.
This one's my.
All right, I'll give it a try. Let's never speak of this again.
Actually, let's go over here. Let's see. 2 branches of the Bracer Guild. Okay, we already saw that one. This guy's same as before, the Pontoon Co. Erebonian Touch. I don't think I've seen them here. All these stores respawn for choice. Fill an entire day just taking a peek. Buy some coffee. Austerity. Let's see, Jaegers are super skilled mercenaries, doing it for the right price. We heard that before, I think. Most ingredients from high dollar port. Okay, I think that's about everything, as far as I know. Now, just a quick once over of Garnier District. Even though I'm pretty sure it's the same. At this point, I'm just interested in the any potential missables. Yeah, this is like the same thing about that legend of, yeah. Good day, work yesterday, thank you. And these are the... Poor Baron. Okay. Alright, and now begins our next quest. Who could have imagined that Phantom Thief B would show up here right in our store? He really was as skilled as all the rumors say. Please be careful during your investigation. Yeah, figures. Excuse me, but are you in charge of the store? We're here on behalf of the local government to investigate a reported burglary. Yes, that's right. I'm the owner. You must be the students from Thor's Military Academy. Indeed. Class 7, Group A, at your service. Oh, thank goodness. We may yet have a chance to recover the Crimson Tiara. So that's the object that was stolen. Yes, exactly. It's embedded with priceless carnelian gemstones, captivating the hearts of all who gaze upon it. It's the centerpiece of our display, under consideration to become a national treasure valued at almost 100 million mira. Whoa, 100 million mira? Pretty pricey. Yeah, I'll say. To think something that valuable could be swiped just like that. Question is, how did the thief manage to steal it? I heard that the store was fitted with the best security system money could buy, so he could display the tiara safely. Excuse me. I'm afraid this is all due to my carelessness. There's no problem with our recently installed security system. The problem was me falling right into Phantom Thief B's trap. Wait, the Phantom Thief B? I have heard all manner of rumors about him, but I still find it hard to believe this was actually his doing. The name sounds kind of familiar. Sounds like Elian and Machias know of him. Yeah, he's the thief with quite a reputation in the capital. He calls himself a liberator of beauty, and he made quite a name for himself with a string of major thefts a number of years ago. He even gained an enthusiastic fan following for the daring and graceful methods he uses during his thefts. Oh, now I remember where I heard this name before. He's the thief who managed to steal an orbital tank from the Imperial Army, right? Yeah, that's one of his most famous exploits. I seem to recall hearing that story myself. I wonder how one steals a tank. Imagine how one steals a statue and places it inside a mansion. Where do you find a door big enough to fit a fucking statue that's like the size of like half a house? So, do we know how the tiara was stolen? Phantom Thief B is well known for sending a victim a card notifying them of his intended crime before he commits it. Did he send a card this time? Yes, that's right. The card also contained this message. Your prized tiara has already been replaced with an imitation. However, that message was a feint. While we did have the utmost faith in our security system, we knew that if anyone could get past it, it would be him. We decided to open the display case to check the tiara, but as it turns out, that's what he was counting on us to do. So that's when he stole the tiara, huh? I'm afraid so. Unbelievable. I assume you weren't able to get a good look at the culprit's face. Indeed. As we opened the display case, the lights all went out. By the time we got them back, the tiara had vanished. I see. Sounds like he's no ordinary thief. Sounds like something it sounds like one of the standard things to... Actually, no, that doesn't sound too standard. With a piece as valuable as this, can you maybe explain how you decided we'd be the optimal choice for this request? Ah, of course, please, take a look at this. To the owner of this fine establishment, know that I have the Crimson Tiara securely in my possession. Should you fulfill my conditions, I promise that it shall be returned to you unharmed. If not, I make no guarantees. First, you must not report this incident to the Railway Military Police. Second, you must deliver the other card here, to the members of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, Group A. Third, the aforementioned Group A must overcome the trial written on said card. Phantom Thief B. It really is addressed to us. I find the thief's apparent reveling in his crime somewhat unpleasant. Yeah, though on the other hand, he seems to be giving us a chance to get the tiara back. True. You have this other card that the thief mentioned. Of course, please, take this. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, Group A. Should you wish to recover the treasure you seek, accept and overcome the trials that I've placed before you, all of the keys lie within the Vermilion capital. The first key is, at the feet of the conqueror with the heart of a lion. That's obvious. A riddle, is it? Well, I'm sure the Vermilion capital is just referring to the city itself. But as for the feet of a conqueror with the heart of a lion, it seems like a treasure hunt, and this card's the first clue. It does seem that way. So do you think you can help us out? We'd be happy to. Indeed. Taunting us like that. I'm all for wiping that smug satisfaction off his face. Let's be off then. Thank you so much. Please, find it. Phantom Thief B. Okay, so while I'm pretty sure nothing has changed, let's go. You know, this doesn't really make it much of a treasure hunt if they just mark where things are. Because what kind of made it fun in the other Trails games was that we didn't have, or at least in the Trails in the Sky games, we didn't have a, like, or actually wait, was that the case? I don't believe there was a quest marker indicating where Phantom Thief B hid stuff. I don't remember about Crossbow though. The Conqueror with the Heart of a Lion. It couldn't mean anything other than this statue of Emperor Drycles. Agreed. It's hard to hear a clue like that and not immediately think of Drycles the Lionheart. And this statue is the most famous monument of him here in Heimdall. Then chances are good that we're in the right place. The card said to look at his feet. Let's do it then. Here we go. It's the same type of card as the last one too. You know, you think that, like, you might have some random passerby go, huh, why is that thing slapped on, like, the foot of the statue for no apparent reason? Let me read this. Like, there would be at least someone who would at least go, what's this? I assume we were correct then. Well, we won't know until we check. The second key is in the northeastern seat of the Prismatic Palace. The second key. So basically, we've got another scavenger hunt. So it seems. Can't believe he's making us go through this whole rigmarole. What can we do but play along though? In the northeastern seat of the Prismatic Palace. So what could that mean? So Mater Park, Bristol Garden, Northeast. Oh. Well, I mean, if it was here, I would see the marker. Duh. Wait. No, so it was here. Oh, in this northeastern sea. I thought, no, that's just directly east. I kind of just fast forwarded so I didn't see the little card like on the leg there. You know what would have been more evil? If they placed the card on the other side. This must be the Prismatic Palace. Yeah, all the signs point to the Crystal Garden. Which leaves only the northeastern seat. I'm presuming it refers to an actual place one can sit. Which would suggest we ought to investigate this bench in the northeastern part, or northeast part of the garden. Is that it? Seems so. What's it say? Let's see, the third key is... At the round table where once rested the gauntlets that supported the east of the city. Bro, the Bracer Guild. Oh goody, another riddle. Still, what can we do but keep going? Ah, it seems fate has ordained that we should meet again. I recognize that voice. Oh, come on! Who are you again? He's Baron Blue Blanc. Yeah, we first met during our field study in Berea, I believe. Très bien. I am most pleased to see that you have not forgotten me. Though if my eyes do not deceive me, you have two new faces among your throng today, no? Hi, it's, nice to meet you. I've heard mention of you from my classmates. Has your search for beauty brought you all the way to Heimdall then, or Heimdall too? You could indeed say that. However, to meet not just in Berea, but among the picturesque elegance of the Vermilion capital as well. Truly, it seems that we are bound together by a destiny most inseparable. Would you not agree? I'm not sure. He's a bit on the unique side, huh? Yeah, unique, let's just call it that. I couldn't sense it coming at all, though. Please, the intensity of your stares is positively withering. Or is it that my overwhelming beauty has clutched your heart so tightly that you cannot help but gaze in wonder? Oh, I bet all the mirror I have on me that's absolutely not the case. Now if you'll excuse me, there's still much I must attend to. I do wish you the best of luck with your studies. And there he goes. Huh, so what did he come to convey to us? With that guy, who knows? Oh, come on! You could at least try to put, like, 2 and 2 together. So, the gauntlets. To the east of the city. The round table. The round table. Yep, there it is. The gauntlets that supported the east of the city. The gauntlet is the symbol of the Bracer Guild, isn't it? It's on their emblem too. Yeah, the once and east parts mentioned in the notes seem important as well. This building was once a branch of the guild, and while the capital once had 2 such branches, this is the easternmost branch. This must be the round table. Ah, here it is. I can't believe he even trespassed into our lodgings. Indeed, though from the look of things, it doesn't seem like he touched anything else. Still, not a pleasant thought. Yeah, it's kinda creepy knowing he was here. Especially considering we don't know what he's actually after. Anyway, let's see what the next card says. 4th key is on the bottom of the white burden of the steel bird perched at the water's edge. White burden, steel bird. Sure enough, it's another riddle, and a rather challenging one at that. Steel bird? White burden. I just want to see like where it's actually placed without actually like turning, whatever. The steel bird perched away at the water's edge. The last clue seems like it might be referring to the crane here in Heimdall Port, and that will make its white bird in these containers. Can't see a card attached to any of them though. The clue did say it would be on the bottom. Perhaps we should discuss this with whoever's in charge here and ask him to check the containers for us. That'd be poor Chief Dumberto. We met him earlier today, so let's see if he is willing to help us. Group A explained their blah 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 blah. As I predicted, a card was found affixed to the bottom of the blah 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 blah. How the devil did that get stuck to the bottom like that? He wouldn't have been able to attach it without lifting the container. And that would have meant using the crane. But when did he do it? None of us ever noticed anything suspicious. Well, he is supposed to be a master of disguise, right? Maybe he disguised himself as one of the workers here. I can only guess how he might have done it. It's definitely not something a normal person could have pulled off. That aside, what does the card say? Oh yeah, let's see. The final key is also hidden near the water's edge. The Crimson Crown you seek sleeps within a black arc, nestled in the steel car that matches within the minutes, or matches with the minutes, or marches with the minutes. Black arc, steel car, marches with minutes. This one's just as obtuse as the others. Though, if it's also hidden near the water's edge, from all the indications, I'd say the next one's here in Heimdall Port too. It says final key and Crimson Crown too, so at least there's that. Yeah, it looks like this is the last one. The steel car. My guess is that the last clue refers to the oval tram. That seems like the best fit. What about them marching with the minutes? The tram schedule, of course, arriving and departing at preset times. Heimdall Port is the starting and ending point of all the trams, for all the trams in the city. So you could say the tram here is waiting for its appointed time. That makes sense in a weird way. I guess this is the place then. Let's get the driver's permission to have a look inside. Excuse me, do you think you could do us a favor? Sure. What do you need? We explain the situation to the tram driver, but the infamous Phantom Thief B hid something in this tram car. Yes, we do believe that to be the case. Wow, really? Well, I get what you're coming from. Go ahead and look around as much as you want. Thanks for your cooperation. Like, excuse me, conductor sir. Well, he's not even here right now, but you really didn't notice that there's like a very... Dude, this has like red flags all over it if there were actually people here. It's like, why is there just a random suitcase just in the back of the tram? It looks like this must be the Black Arc mentioned on the card. Our Phantom Thief appears to have taken no pains to hide it. Isn't it kind of weird that the driver didn't even notice it? Maybe Phantom Thief B left it here not too long ago. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Inside the black case rested a tiara embedded with dazzling carnelians. Yep, this is it. So, this is the storied Crimson Tiara. It has such a fiery glow. Wow, so this thing's worth 100 million mira, huh? I'm almost afraid to handle it. Yeah. We've got to be really careful about getting this back to the jeweler safely.
So the tiara really was in there, huh? Now I'm wondering if the last passenger who stepped off the tram was Phantom Thief B himself.
Yes, I do wonder if it really was.
I don't remember there being any unusual passengers on board, though.
This is so fucking stupid.
I see. So you have no idea who Phantom Thief B could have been then?
To have done so much and yet left no trace of his presence.
Oh god, this is like some Scooby-Doo shit. This is like some Scooby-Doo shit. Oh my god.
I'll say, but hey, at least we were able to get the tiara back. I suppose that's good enough.
Oh, time to bust them.
What's wrong, Rean?
Are we gonna break Treo's tradition finally and bust Phantom Thief B here?
Why are you staring at me like that?
I think it's time we put an end to this little charade. Don't you, Baron Blue Blanc? Or should I call you Phantom Thief B?
Well, about fucking time that we broke Treo's tradition and like actually exposed them.
What? This save savory taste is why the unripe fruit is the most delectable of all.
Wait, aren't you the Baron we met earlier? But that mask...
Come on, Elliot.
That's the mask of Phantom Thief B.
Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am Phantom Thief Blue Blanc, otherwise known simply as Phantom Thief B. Baron Blue Blanc is but one of the many roles I have assumed during my pursuits. Incidentally, might I ask when you first discovered my true identity?
It didn't really take much discovering. You went out of your way to show up in the Crystal Garden after all. Now, maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe you were seriously trying to hide your identity to begin with. Your disguises? Nothing short of perfect, I have to admit. But with all the work you've put into this, I suspected you might come check on us near the end of your little game.
Ha ha! I see. Excellent deductive reasoning. Simply splendid.
But why would you do something like this? Why go to all the trouble?
Ah, does that interest you? Must there be a motive?
Nah. Now that we know your identity, there's nothing more to discuss.
Theft is a crime.
Indeed. A crime we will not allow to go unpunished.
You know, he's just gonna, like, disappear on us, right?
Ah, what spirited youths you are!
What?
This is so fucking predictable, man.
How did he do that?
Just a little trick I like to keep up my sleeve. Regardless, you have provided me with plenty of sport and more than enough entertainment for one day. I'll be watching your future achievements with keen interest. Ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, I bid you adieu.
He disappeared again.
That's quite a little trick.
He might still be nearby. Let's search the area.
Rean and the others scoured the area for Phantom Thief B, but try as they might, they found no trace of him. After reporting the details of the incident to City Hall, they trekked back to the jewelers to return the tiara. Hey Wiz, how you doing? I can't believe that you were able to recover the tiara safely. How can I ever thank you? Well, do you think you might give a discount on some Passionate Rouges, Evergreens, Deep Oshers, and Still Blues? Like maybe like 70% off? Because even then that'd be like nothing compared to losing the entire value of a Crimson Tiara, you know. I almost get the impression we're the reason he stole it in the first place. Maybe we should apologize to you. Oh no, not at all. Phantom Thief B's conquests have always seemed rather capricious. I imagine he just decided to use all of you as a convenient excuse for his latest escapade. Given how fixated on us he seemed, I don't think that's all likely. Well, better not to say anything. Indeed, the last thing we want is to cause more confusion here. I'm afraid I can't offer you much, but please, take this as a token of my thanks. You know, I would be happy about this if it weren't for the fact that Sepith is worth 90%. All element Sepith are worth 90% less than every other Trails game. This is a lot of Sepith. Are you sure it's alright to give us this much? It almost feels like it almost feels like more than we deserve. Well, this is a jewelry boutique, after all. And we have more Sepith lying around than we know what to do with. Well, that does make sense. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all you've done for us. Dad, you really couldn't give me a discount on this store, goddammit. Thank you so much for all you've done for us today. We'll be implementing even stricter security protocols so that what happened today will never happen again. But thank Adios. Looks like we'll be able to keep our jobs after all. But there's no time to relax. I'm going to have to be extra careful to make sure no one lays a finger on it again. I'm glad to see the tiara came back safely after all. It glimmers so beautifully though. I can see why the thief wanted it. You guys got it back. Amazing. You're all students, right? What kind of school do you go to, where you learn how to bust up thieves? Well, we didn't bust up a thief, but he just kind of gave it back to us. Thank goodness. It seems like we may be able to keep our jobs after all. What do you think Phantom Thief B could have been trying to do by stealing the tiara? I have no idea. Thank you so much for all your help, blah blah, grateful, blah 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 blah, let's go. That was quite exhausting. Phantom Thief B was an even more unpleasant fellow than I had expected. Annoying to think his smug face was watching us the whole time. Yeah, though his name is pretty well known here. He was plainly suspicious even when we first met him, but I didn't suspect he'd prove this much of a troublemaker. Something wrong, Rean? I was just thinking, he must be incredibly skilled. He disguised himself so well that he disguised himself so well that he was virtually unrecognizable. Not to mention all those other things he did. If this were martial arts we're talking about, he'd definitely be at the master level. I can't disagree. True. But why would someone like that try to mess with us? He specifically asked for Group A too, though I can't imagine why. Hold on. Is it my father again? This is Class 7, Group A. Rean Shores are speaking. Hello, hello. Sounds like you've been keeping yourselves quite busy. I know it's you, Instructor Sarah. Ooh, got it in one. How'd you guess? Don't tell me. Is it your smoldering love for your tragically beautiful teacher? I have, many feelings about you, but love would be stretching. Anyway, you usually don't call us while we're on a field study. Is something wrong? Actually, there's somewhere where I'd like Group A to go. When you finish up what you have to do for your field study, I'd like you to head over to the Sanct District. Okay, let's see. That's where Heimdall Cathedral and the embassies are, right? I think Elise's Academy is somewhere around there too. Yes, that's a place. I want all of you assembled outside of St. Astraya's Astraya Girls' School at 5 o'clock. Group B will be there too. What? Don't worry, I've already informed the governor about this, so go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Anyway, have fun. Toodles. Hey, hold on! What's wrong now? It sounded as though the instructor is being her usual irresponsible self again. Pretty much, I don't know what she's thinking. Rean explained the blah 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 blah. Oh, I know where that is. That Girls' Academy for Nobles, isn't that the one your sister attends? I have a few acquaintances who attend there myself. But I can't imagine why she'd have us all meet there. Girls' Academy, huh? I'm kind of curious. I'm sure she has her reasons. Weird ones, probably. It's almost evening, so we should finish up here and start heading over. The best way to get to Sanct District is by tram, right? Yeah, doesn't matter where we catch the tram from, it'll pass through there. I almost dread to think what we'll have to do when we get there, though. Sanct District has been added to the list of locations selectable from blah 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 blah. Alright, double checking. Is everything the same? Commoners, nobles, ratio, blah blah blah, plus L. Now romantic. Oliver. Okay. It seems everything's the same here. It seems like it. However, we're also able to go through every other part of the district. Although, I'm pretty sure there's nothing new here. I think. Wait, what? Oh, wait, main, right. Do we have to like go specifically to... Oh, we had to specifically go to the tram stop, right. Oh no, duh, it has the marker on it. Alright, but unfortunately, I'll go leave it here for now. It seems like we got a lot of cutscenes ahead of us. Also, I will go... Probably, I mean, just for saving time, I will go check off stream for every nook and cranny of Heimdall so far, just in case if there's anything new. And I'll mention it if I do find anything new. But I just did the sweep and, well, seems like everyone's still in the same place. But again, being as paranoid as I am, 6 games into the Trail series, you never know when they might change like a small group or section of an available area to have new dialogue and potential new missables. So I know I don't really do exploration off stream, but I'm pretty confident there's nothing new. But in terms of missables, well, we shall see. Also, I'm just gonna say it one more time. Okay, so I'll leave it here for today, and I'll come back to this. You know, I think I'll come back to this tomorrow because I really want to see what's in store at Saint Estrella, because I know we still have like FGO, we still got what was it? Still got SMT5 and whatever else, but I want to keep going with this. So yeah, we'll continue this later.